Joining me in the studio is Douglas Herbert, our international affairs commentator. Given what I've just said, that appears to be an apparent about-face, doesn't it, Doug?
Yes, but you were absolutely right, Annette, to use that conditional. Some forces, and it's conditional on depending on ... Look, the Trump administration can try to spin this however it wants. Sending federal agents into Portland, Oregon, without the consent or without the request of local and state officials, including the mayor and the governor of that state, has been a PR disaster, but beyond that has been really a catastrophe, a debacle in the way Donald Trump has been managing, or mismanaging as the case may be, the protests in the wake of George Floyd's killings, which were the immediate spark for these protests, not just in Portland, but beyond. What's basically happened here is these protests were taking place and the federal agents were deployed in a very tiny pocket of downtown Portland around a federal courthouse. The images that it generated weren't made-up images. There were definitely protests, which did, in some cases, at the hands of a very fringe minority, did escalate, and there were pretty riveting graphic images of that. What happened next, though, is where this handling went wrong of this. Donald Trump has, and he can deny it, he could spin it, but he has used these images in the sense of manufacturing images, visual, graphical images of an America spiraling out of control, especially in inner cities, but by coincidence, cities which happen to be Democratic-led cities. The image which he has pitched and which has been amplified by the state-run state news channel, essentially Fox News, Donald Trump's favorite channel, has been one in which you have had these out-of-control, wild leftist anarchists in inner-city America bringing violence and bringing anarchy to a neighborhood near you. Watch out. It's a very cynical pitch to his base. It has proven effective at times. This time, it is perhaps not proven as effective because we did see that as these protests, the federal agents' very presence became a self-fulfilling prophecy. They did actually escalate some of the backlash from the protesters who were extremely resentful of seeing them there.
But as we've been saying, this promised withdrawal comes with a set of conditions, doesn't it?
Not even just a set of conditions. The face saving by this administration, you could almost say, knows no limits. Even as the Oregon state governor says that she has reached an agreement with the federal authorities to withdraw some of those troops, Donald Trump at the same time is now threatening to deploy the National Guard to Portland. So even as they are withdrawing some of those troops and making it very conditional on the state and local officials being able to rein things in, being able to contain the violence as they see it, he's also threatening to deploy other types of forces. So from Trump administration's perspective, if you go to the White House today and say, boy, you're withdrawing your forces, they'll say nothing of the sort. All we are doing is we are right now laying down an ultimatum to the local and state officials. They better get their act together. They better prove that they can keep order in this state. At the end of the day, it's still an ideological tug of war, but the fact remains that there will be Oregon State Police now, outside, that is state forces, outside that federal courthouse, Annette, and inside the federal courthouse will be the federal agents and security guards that are normally there.
But has this whole episode, as a result, backfired for Donald Trump?
It's backfired to the extent that at least from his critics' perspective, it has exposed what are dangerous authoritarian leanings. Some go as far as using the word fascist. That is a leader who says, you rely on me and I will bring law and order to the land. That has been Donald Trump's hardwired campaign message. He is hoping that these images will play to that message, will galvanize his base. But as I said, they've often had the opposite effect. They've infuriated a lot of local residents and a lot of the protesters. These protests were winding down when these federal agents came in a lot of these cities. The very presence has galvanized the protest, has energized them, and in some cases has even made them more violent. A lot of them are not going to go away. If they do crack down more in Portland, they will take their protest elsewhere. They are not going to stand for federal agents being used against American citizens without local and state consent and an invitation to come and help out.